Okay. So a little while ago on this show, I do little segments here and there, pieces of things like little runoffs, and I do plan on continuing. Like one of it is Uber stories. I have driving for Uber. I have many stories all stored in the cache or cookies. Got to clear your cookies. So I have a bunch of other stories that I could drop on this podcast that I've been doing, but it's just spread out. So when I introduce something, it might seem like I'm never coming back to it, but I am. So saying that, this is Uber stories. Now, this happened a while ago. It was after a holiday. It was real slow, real super slow. Uh, I go out at night. I'm a night rider, of course. I have a dark gray car, so you don't know it's dirty because I haven't washed my car in like 2 months. But it's gray and it's at nighttime. You don't know. So I roll up on this old man. He told me his age was around 56. Now, before I start a ride, I usually give a feeler question just to figure out who's this passenger, what type of person they are, if they're quiet, if they're talkative, if, feeler questions. And my feeler question is very simple. Are you ready? It's a simple question, and there's a wave of different answers that gives me a clue of where this person's mindset is. Usually it's a normal answer, yes, oh yes, thank you, or stuff like that. But this man was like, yes, let's go. Like, oh, shit. Yes, because it's been slow. It's after a holiday. The kids are not out. Nobody's out. And this old man is out here partying. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. It's going to be a fun ride. So driving him, talking to him. He's 56. All his family members are dead. It happens when you get old. And I was talking to him, and he's telling me he's partying, like to stay young, and he's been smoking, he's been drinking. So that gives me a little segue of what have you been drinking? So bourbon, beer, is nothing much. So okay, since we're in LA, he said he's been smoking. All right, so I was like, what have you been smoking? He was like, you don't want to know what I've been smoking. I was like, yeah, sure. What you been smoking? It was like, been smoking crack, nigga. Well, hold on. He didn't say crack, nigga. That's just how my brain interpreted. That's how I'm interpreting it for you. He basically said he was smoking crack. Been smoking crack. I'm like, oh, shit, this is going to be, hell yes, this is going to be more of a fun ride than I thought. This is nighttime around 10 p.m. I'm like, oh, shit. So I started asking him, like, how'd you get into crack? He doesn't like meth, and cocaine is too pricey. And he says he does this every couple of months. He doesn't do it frequently. He does it every couple of months. And currently, he still likes to have fun because all his family members died, his mother and his brother. It wasn't much of them. They already passed away, so he has fun time to time. And I'm like, ooh, okay. So where am I taking you to? Like, so turns out he just wanted some dick. Yes. So I was taking him to some underground club where gay men go, where gay men frequent. And he told me, like, just a couple of bucks, like $10, $5 to go to the back and he could get some. Like, so I was curious. Oh, really? This is going on in LA? Right under my nose? Then I don't know how the conversation started changing and transforming. Then all of a sudden, he asked me, this 56-year-old man asked me, have you ever had your dick sucked by a dude? Welcome to the Midday Smoke Break. My name is Zero G Kennedy. This is Zero G Kennedy. This is Zero G Kennedy. Welcome back to the Midday Smoke Break. This is Zero G Kennedy, of course. You already know my name. Said it in the intro. Duh, you heard him. And thank you for joining me on the Midday Smoke Break today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're spending your smoke break with moi, of course. Now, today's episode numero 54. I hope I'm saying that right. 54. That's episode number 54. We rolling out here. Now, today's smoke break, and as you can see, of course, it's already started. Today's smoke break is wedding cake. Yes, and it's a indica. I've had wedding cake hybrids before, but this is an indica. And of course, I don't know the percentages. I could only guess 15%, give or take, THC. Again, that's wedding cake. We're not going to be playing music on this one because just as I said last time, you could the Beatles song I played last week, you could hear it on the podcast, and I uploaded it to YouTube, and UMG, whoever owns the copyright, said nah. Usually they're like you could use the video, but you can't monetize it, and we could monetize your video if you use our song. But this one, they were like, nah, you can't display this nowhere. This is the Beatles, nigga. So this is December 1st. Oh no, 2nd now. I'm recording it, and November already ended. I don't know if I should keep this beard, which I am growing accustomed to. When I comb it, it just slides right through now. It doesn't hurt my face when I comb it. I might just keep it a little longer because November is over though, and it's no shave November. It's about to be no shave December, January, February, March. Who knows? But November is definitely over. Hope you guys had a wonderful I hope you had a wonderful Black Friday, wonderful Thanksgiving, all that. Christmas is next. What did you get for Black Friday? I'm putting this out. On Black Friday, I personally wanted a camera better than what I'm using right now. So the exact camera I wanted didn't go on sale like that. Like, it wasn't really a sale on the exact camera. I know a couple of cameras went on sale, but the exact one I wanted didn't go on sale. But something else, though, I wasn't planning on getting this, but you guys have known I've been complaining about this for months now. A couple of shows on this. Laptop. Fuck Windows. Fuck it. I went and copped a MacBook. Fuck it, man. Because the only reason that made me hold on to this one is because the gaming. It gamed very well. Playing games out here felt good. It's a good way to relieve stress. Shooting 10-year-old kids in the face on Modern Warfare it's a stress reliever. You should try it. Trust. But then even the gaming part started messing up. Like, what? Because it's like every fucking week there's an update. And every fucking update messes everything up. It's like there's 20 different developers. You update something, screws up everything else. And nothing just works again. What the hell? Windows is for the birds, dog. I ain't dealing with this stress no more. No mas. Like, I take the L on this one because I can't get my money back for this. It's basically top of the line Windows gaming PC, and I can't get my money back on it. It's like driving a car off a lot. This car, you ain't getting that shit back. But, jeez. Like, every single day, it's a new update that screws up everything. And if you don't update, it messes up. If you don't update, it messes up. If you update, it messes up. Now, I come to realize that Windows user, I'm not talking about regular users. So, probably you are a regular user. You go on Google Chrome, or you don't even need a beefy laptop. You don't need a laptop. Majority of people don't need laptops. iPads, iPhones, you really don't need a laptop. But I'm talking about super users. super users, I've come to notice that they know it's crap. Yeah, they know it's crap. It's like it's well known. It's well known. They tell you it's crap. Like when I'm researching, oh, what this happened now. Oh yeah, just reset it, just restart it, just re-download it, reinstall it. It's normal. It's not supposed to work every time. It's just not. It's working today, tomorrow it's not working. That's normal. So you really have to tamp down your expectations to be a super user for Windows. You gotta tamp down like simple things like it should work. It just worked yesterday. Yesterday, this worked. I turned on my laptop, it doesn't work. Why? Why? And nothing happened from today to yesterday. Why is it not working today? And that's what I've been battling. It has never gone smoothly. Not one time. Recording this, everything. Not once. I have to put out a fire, then do it out. So every single time, I have to still worry about the instrument before I could put out the product. I don't want to do that. With the MacBook, I didn't have to worry. I didn't stress that much about the Mac itself. You know, if it's going to work. Like, come on. Come on. They should be better than this. They should be really better than this. So I just bit the bullet and bought the new MacBook. Fuck it. End up spending, next 50 years paying for it? The next 60, 70 years, it'll be paid for. But I had to get one. And, like, I saw that I could still play these games. It just won't be as smoothly. And I have to do a boot camp, which means I have to run Windows on the Mac in a virtual environment. So that I could do. I do that anyways when I'm building a site or doing coding. You have to build a whole virtual environment anyway. So that's normal. I could do that. I just don't want to deal. It looks good. The colors are nice. But that's about it, man. I just had it. I bit the bullet. I didn't want to spend that much money on a new computer when I just got a new computer. But at least Apple's going to take back my old one, and that'll lessen the blow a little bit. But this just, no mas. No mas. Windows is for peasants, man. Straight up. And by that, I mean super users, not regular users. You could use Chromebook if you're a regular user. You could use an iPad or a tablet. But I'm talking about real users. Because I do real intensive stuff. Again, all this is resource intensive. It's resource intensive, and this could handle it, but if it works, like every update it messes with the core. Like the core gets fucked up. And by that I mean the speed is not, it overheats. How am I upgrading one thing and now the computer is overheating? It wasn't overheating yesterday. What? So I started off this whole pod with a Uber story, and that's mainly because I'm going to talk a little bit about Uber right now. This is a transition. This is a topic. We're getting serious now. You know how that goes. So recently, Uber just got fined over $650 million from New Jersey. The state of New Jersey taxed them, or they charged them that amount because they believe Uber has been misclassifying the contractors the employees as contractors. So they're trying to collect all this in taxes, employment taxes, because they're saying, hey, these were all employees. And remember, I talked about how AB5 in California just passed that starting January, all Uber and gig economy workers have to be classified as employees in the state of California. Now, New Jersey took it a step further and said, hey, you guys have been lying this whole time. They've always been employees, so we're going to charge you back taxes. $650 million in back taxes. Now, Uber is flaming right now. They're flaming. they're burning cash, and now it's like they had a little bit of they had a head start. They created something new, and now it's being normalized, and now it's gonna be a taxi service. So what they came in to disrupt the taxi companies, now Uber has to be exact. Like they have to pay the drivers insurance, taxes, everything. They got to pay the drivers all this stuff as employees now. So it's your fees are gonna be a lot higher, just like a taxi was. So Uber's gotten away with it for so long, and Uber's still trying to fight it. They send out messages to the drivers to sign the new operating agreement, and what the agreement states, it highlights Uber is not a taxi company. You are not an employee of Uber. Uber is a platform. It's in the agreement. That's what it says. It says you agree that Uber is not an employee or an employer, and Uber is a digital platform. Nothing more. So they've gotten away with this for a very long time, and now they're about to get normalized. And I'm calling it normalized. I forgot the exact word for it. I forgot the exact term for it. Normalized works a lot with digital, but normalized, I'm talking about it's going to be like a taxi service now. It's going to cost the same amount because they have to pay a lot more now for each driver, at least in California. But it's looking like with this new thing, it's looking like it's going to spread. Because New Jersey already said, hey, we're going to charge you back taxes. And other states could say this too, and Uber is going to take a big hit. Now, they've not made a dollar. They're unprofitable, correct? And they're worth billions of dollars. Where's all the money going? Oh, that's Napoleon. Hi, Napoleon. Uber is unprofitable. They haven't made a dollar. So I'm wondering, and they're worth billions of dollars. I'm wondering, where is, Napoleon. Oh, that's Napoleon. Hey, he's off camera right now. He's about to eat. Drinking some water, huh? Licking some water over there. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring him in camera. Next time. But so I'm wondering, where's all this money going? Like, I know they haven't made any money, and they're worth billions, decabillions. I think 19. No, it's a lot more than 19 billion. Lyft is worth 19 billion. Uber's, I think 50 maybe. I'm not looking this up. Although the computer is right in front of me, I could look it up. I'm gonna look it up actually, because usually I don't look shit up. But fuck it, computer is right here. Google's right here. Uber net worth. Okay. I didn't say the CEO, bitch. I said Uber itself. $75.5 billion valuation. $75.5 billion. There's a lot of people investing in this. Where is the money going? Like, I know they have some investments in autonomous driving, because they've always tried to get rid of the drivers from day one. That's the whole goal. That's how they got all this money coming in, saying we're going to get rid of the drivers. But you can't, because the government says no. Autonomous driving, no go, not for a little while. So now you have to pay these drivers. And it's a platform. The drivers do the work, and you keep the profits. I don't know how you're not making profit. I don't know who. These engineers are making a little too much money, but still, $75.5 billion. And the platform is buggy. It's very buggy. Where is the dollars going? You can't spend all of it on autonomous driving and regulations and donation to and try to elections. You know all that. What's it called? Lobbying. Yeah, they spend a lot of money on lobbying, but not $75 billion worth. Like, that's not profitable. If it's a platform that you don't hire nobody, you only have a few employees that are engineers. How are you not making so much money? I don't know. I guess that's why I'm not in the room, because I guess they know why they're not making so much money. But now that it's being normalized, I'm using the word normalized, now it's going to be tougher because the rules are not going to change anytime soon. The autonomous driving is not going to be passed by the legislators anytime soon. So they're not going to pass it anytime soon. The legislator is not going to pass autonomous driving anytime soon in the foreseeable future. So now they have to pay the drivers as employees. Oh my God. They're about to take a huge hit. A huge hit. Yeah, starting next year in California, in New Jersey now, and other states are just going to roll. Because if they see the taxes they could collect off this $75 billion company, they're going to collect. Oh, they're going to collect. That's what it is. They're going to collect. So let me move on to something a lot more serious. Actually, nah, I'm lying. It's time for the word of the day. So, this is going to be different. This is going to be a little different. It's not going to actually be a word of the day. It's going to be a fact of the day. And it's probably really not a fact either. But just roll with me. See where I'm going with this. Okay, so the fact of the day is that according to a Harvard study, Harvard, okay, I'm not making the same word on the street, using cannabis does make you smarter. Yeah, go tell your coworker that. Hit up Peggy, let her know, let that bitch know. Using cannabis does make you smarter, according to Harvard. Now, this is a finding, and they did some tests. I'm going to scan through what the main scientist said. And his name is Gruber. I'm not sure his first name. Okay. So, after 3 months, get my reading voice on. After 3 months of medical marijuana treatment, patients actually performed better in terms of their ability to perform certain cognitive tasks, specifically those mediated by the frontal cortex. Okay, I called it mediated by the by the frontal cortex. So he also said that basically 42% was decreased in opioid usage. That's the biggest part of this. It decreased opioid dependency. So people, let me read the rest. Let me button up real quick. Study participants also reported improvement in their specific clinical conditions, sleep, over and jump. He's about to jump. Are you about to jump? Cats are so slow. He's just there now. He was about to jump. He was sizing it up. Now he's looking at me like a dumbass. You a dumbass, bully. Alright, let me get back to it. So study. Alright, now he wants to jump again. Jump. Hey, he jumped. Okay. Study participants also reported improvements in their specific clinical conditions, sleep, and overall health, as well as a decrease in use of conventional medications, particularly opioids. So he's saying 42% decrease in opioid usage because of cannabis, which I've preached this a lot on this show. A lot. This helps. Cannabis does help you wean off more opioid abuse that's ravaging through the USA right now. So passing this would be a good look. Its sample size says it's good, but the Republicans and some specific people from the Midwest that grew up in church, you know those people, they're saying, gateway to hell. Weed is the gateway to hell. Yes. Okay. And that has been your fact of the day. Weed is a gateway to hell. Good to know. Okay, that's been that. It's gonna be another short episode. Let's knock this bitch out. So, see that the surroundings changed a little bit. I changed the color. Hopefully it makes a difference to you guys watching. It's a little more brighter because it's been gloomy everywhere every day now. So on the West Coast, it rains and the less daylight. And something that I've always wondered, there's a big parade of people wanting to remove daylight savings time. That guy Jon Stewart on that show talked shit about it, and I didn't research it. I'm not researching shit on the show. This is just what it is. And so if a man and a team of writers spent a whole week researching something, I'm thinking, hey, it's got to be useless. Frederick Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, it's useless. Why do we have it? But ever since I've watched the show, that was probably like a year, maybe 2 years ago. I'm like, why do people hate daylight savings time so bad? I didn't research why it was put in place, but I just immediately thought daylight savings time, because the daylights get shorter during the winter months, so you save the daylight by pushing the time forward. Or backwards. I don't remember which direction. So I'm always wondering, why there's like a parade of people just out here. We gotta remove we have to appeal the daylight savings time. There's an army of people doing this. I'm wondering, but it's still the same people that complain that it gets dark early. Yeah, you. The same people that are parading to remove daylight savings are still complaining that, hey, it gets dark at 4 o'clock now. It gets dark at 3:30. I wish there was more daylight in the time in the day. Why? Are you complaining that a daylight savings time does nothing, but yet complain that it gets dark earlier? These niggas need to start complaining, man. They need to stop complaining, because if they remove daylight savings time, it's gonna get dark at 2 o'clock, and you don't want to be outside when it gets dark, because niggas is outside when it's dark. The daylight is for you, blood. We out here. When it gets dark, we out here. Thank you for listening to the Midday Smoke Break. Again, my name is OG Kennedy, a.k.a. Zero G Kennedy on Twitter, a.k.a. Zero Gravity.
Don't worry about the future. We're in good hands.